All right, final evening of competition, the 2023 Indy Spring Cup here at the IU Natatorium. And you guys are killing my voice. So many records, so many exciting races to announce, and we got more coming here this evening. At this time, I ask that you all please rise. Direct your attention to the 10-meter tower for this evening's performance of our national anthem by Dennis Jones.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Dennis Jones, everybody. He's amazing. Tonight, we're going to have competition in the 100 freestyle, 800 free, 200 backstroke, 1500 freestyle, and 200 IM. All right, starting this evening, bonus final heat in women's 100 freestyle. Lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Vivian Wilson. 2 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Julie Mishler. 3 for Carmel, Molly Sweeney. 4 swimming unattached, Kentucky, Summer Cardwell. 5 for Lakeside, Charlotte Crush. 6 for Ole Swimming, Josie Conley. 7 for Rochester, Julia Ogren. And in lane 8 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. Charlotte Crush, Lakeside out front, lane 5, 27-28. Ahead of Julie Mishler of Fast. Charlotte Crush, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 5. Brings it in to take the bonus final heat. Her time, 56.63. Consolation final now. Lane 1 from Club Wolverine, Christy Long. 2 for Club Wolverine, Claire Newman. 3 for Waukesha Express, Olivia Weiner. 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Ashley Turek. 5 for Cardinal, I Soma. 6 for Club Wolverine, Riley Francis. 7 for Club Wolverine, Elda Piersma. And in lane 8 for University of Louisville, Christiana Regnauer. Turning first at the 50, Ashley Turek, Indiana Swim Club, lane 4, 26:48. Head of Olivia Weiner of Waukesha Express. Ashley Turek, lane 4, out front. On the wall, Ashley Turek, 55.89. First championship final coming out now. The women's 100 freestyle. Lane 1 for Ohio State University, Teresa Ivan. 2 for Indiana Swim Club, Christina Pagel. 3 for Carmel Swim Club, Alexander Shackle. 4 for Ohio State University, Amy Fulmer. 5 for Indiana Swim Club, Anna Poplowski. 6 for Fox Valley, Leah Hayes. 7 for University of Louisville, Tristan Ullette. And in lane 8 for University of Louisville, Julia Dennis. Championship final heat of women's 100 freestyle. Amy Fulmer set a new meet record in the preliminaries this morning at a 54.78. Fulmer also the winner of the 50 free and the 100 backstroke. You got Erin Shackle in here. She was first in 100 fly and the 200 fly. And Poplowski, she was the winner of the 200 free. A great heat here, championship final of women's 100 freestyle. And turning first, Shackle, 26.13. That's quicker than the record split from earlier this morning. Here comes Amy Fulmer. Lane 4, Alexander Shackle in 3, Amy Fulmer in 4. And at the finish, Alexander Shackle in a new meet record time, 54.69. Some Olympic trial qualifiers in that heat. Fast start to our Saturday night session with the men coming up. Bonus final in men's 100 freestyle. Lane 1 for Utica Shelby, Carson Ricker. 2 for Fishers, Luke Whitlock. 3 for Lakeside, Alexander Teesing. 4 for Utica Shelby, Devin Dilger. 5 for Lakeside, John Crush. 6 swimming unattached fast, Carter Carlisle. 7 Carmel Swim Clubs, Andrew Shackle. And in lane 8 for Rochester, Jaden Edmondson. First to turn at the 50. Dilger in lane 4, 25.00 ahead of John Crush. Devin Dilger kicking it up there with less than half a length to go. Trial cut, 49.99. John Crush coming back here at the end in lane 5, and John Crush touching first in a time of 51.59. And now the consolation final in men's 100 freestyle. Lane 1 for Ohio State University, Thomas Namakonis. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, Victor Martin Roeg. 3 for University of Louisville, Dennis Lockdev. 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Marius Kush. 5 for Indiana Swim Club, Gavin White. 6 for Club Wolverine, Nicola Essen. 7 for University of Louisville, Guy Brooks, and 8 for Club Wolverine, Bent Zabatos. Marius Kush, Indiana Swim Club, out front, lane 4, 24.05 ahead of Gavin White. Also for Indiana Swim Club. Gavin White, Indiana Swim Club, brings it in. 49.98. That's a better as the Olympic trial cut time in the 100 free. Now bringing out the championship final heat of men's 100 freestyle. Lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Drew Kibler. 2 for Boilermaker Aquatics, Braden Samuels. 3 for Indiana Swim Club, Blake Peroni. 4 for Irish Aquatics, Christopher Giuliano. Lane 5 for Indiana Swim Club, Raphael Marslaw. 6 for Indiana Swim Club, Tomer Frankel. 7 for University of Louisville, Michael Eastman. And in lane 8 for University of Louisville, Dalton Lowe, the championship final of the men's 100 free. Giuliano set a new meet record with his preliminary swim this morning, 49.25. Giuliano was first in the 100 free. You got Blake Peroni in this heat. He was third in the 50 free. And Raphael, he was first in the 200 free. Christopher out this morning, 23.78. 23.64 by Marislaw. Quicker than the record split from this morning. Giuliano and Marislaw, lanes 4 and 5. Kicking it up, Raphael Marislaw, Indiana Swim Club. And Raphael Marislaw comes in and wins the 100 free this evening in a new meet record time, 49.23. And times that are better than the Olympic qualifying time standard in the men's 100 free. As now we bring out the top seeded heat in men's 800 freestyle. In lane 1 for Club Wolverine, Jack Lucan. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, Levi Sandage. 3 also for Kentucky Aquatics, Nicholas Caruso. Lane 4 for Ohio State University, Michael Brenniger. Lane 5 for Ohio State, Charles Clark. 6 for Indiana Swim Club, Mason Carlton. 7 for Dynamo Swim Club, Connor Lamastra. And in lane 8 for Club Wolverine, Christopher Kalin. Top seeded heat in men's 800 free. Meet record of the men's 800 free was set in 800 freestyle swims earlier today. Jackson Carlisle, Indiana Swim Club, established a new meet record in the men's 800 free at an 8:13.85. We'll keep track of that as we go through here this evening. Michael Brenniger here at the Indy Spring Cup. He was second in the 1500 free on Wednesday night, also second in the 400 free. Michael out front as he turns at the 100 in a 58.11 ahead of Charles Clark. Charles Clark, he won the 1500 free on Wednesday, and he was the winner of the 400 free. So a tough competitor. You also have Nicholas Caruso, Kentucky Aquatics. He's in lane 3. He plays 6th in the 1500 free, 3rd in the 400 free. Olympic trial cut in the men's 800 freestyle, 8:09.69. You got Sandage in 2, Caruso in 3, Brenniger in 4, Clark in 5, Carlton in 6, all with their Olympic trial cuts already, but of course they're always looking to lower those even further, get a better seed time for Olympic trials here in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium next June, a little over a year from now. Charles Clark, Ohio State University, edge into the front in lane 5, turns at the 200, 158.99. Keeping track, or Jackson Carlisle, where he was at the 300 turn. Coming up, he was a 3:04.30 on the way to his record-setting swim earlier today. And Charles Clark around in a 2:58.90, quicker than the record split. .400 turn here for Charles Clark. 3:58.58. Again, quite a bit quicker than Jackson Carlisle's split to that point in this 800 freestyle event. Halfway through. Swimmers and coaches, you've seen these great volunteer t-shirts that our timers have been wearing. They are available for sale for $10 over here at the lower admin table. If you'd like to purchase one of the same shirts that our volunteers have been wearing, they are available for purchase at the lower admin table for $10. And I think they can take credit cards. 500 turn coming up for Charles Clark, 458.07. Michael Brenniger, 503.34. Lemastra third in lane 7 as he turns at the 500, 506.54. They're the race for 4th and 5th over in lanes 2 and 3. Levi Sandage in 2, Nicholas Caruso in 3. As they're racing side by side. Now it looks like Caruso starting to move out a bit. .600-meter turn here for Charles Clark. .700 turn this time down. Our timers will be getting their bells ready. Once they pass, swimmer passes underneath the backstroke flags. Go ahead and ring that. There you go. That's a good strong ring. Charles Clark turning in a 6:57.36. Record swim in the men's 800 freestyle come to a conclusion here. Charles Clark with half a length to go. The record set earlier today, 8:13.85. And Charles Clark's going to bury that. Charles Clark with a new meet record, 7:55.76. Faster than the Olympic qualifying time. I think he's happy with that. Connor Lemastra, second in lane 7, 8:07.23. Michael Brenniger, third in an 8:07.31. Congratulations, Charles. Nice swim. Here's the bonus final in women's 200 backstroke. Lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Grace Doherty. 2 for Aqua Jets, Avery Ludke. 3 for Lakeside, Lillian Burkowski. 4 for Aqua Jets, Emma Kern. 5 for Carmel, Kira Kask. 6 for Schrader YMCA, Ann Dickinson. 7 for Utica Shelby, Claire Lippert. And late for Schrader is Elizabeth Beam. Emma Kern, Aqua Jets out front, lane 4. She turned in her swim earlier today, 107.37. She's quicker than that this evening, 106.95. Avery Ludke, Aqua Jets second in lane 2, 107.32. Hopefully our swim fans listening in on the webcast had an enjoyable day. Glad to have you here for finals this evening. Apologize for the squeaky announcing voice, but boy, we've been doing a lot of announcing and we've got a ton of records, a lot of great races. Lots of swimmers getting their Olympic trial cut times here at the IU Natatorium at the 2023 Indy Spring Cup. So it's worth it. These swimmers put it all on the line. We try and do the same thing in supporting them. Avery Ludke, Aqua Jets, lane 2, 218.11. Consolation final. Women's 200 backstroke. Lane 1 for Indiana Swim Club, Casey McKenna. 2 for Indiana Swim Club, Maya DeWitt. 3 for Aqua Jets, Francis Muir. 4 for Fast Tigers, JoJo Ramey. 5 for Ohio State University, Paige Hall. 6 for Ohio State, Kira Summerstead. 7 for Ohio State, Jessica Eden. And in lane 8 for Carmel Swim Club, Lindsay Bowen. Meet record set earlier today in preliminaries is now at 2:13.49 by Victoria Berger. She's coming up in our next heat. The Olympic trial cut in women's 200 backstroke, 2:13.59. JoJo Ramey turning at the 100, 105.20. Second position, Maya DeWitt in lane 2, 106.75. JoJo's still leading at the 150, 139.42, ahead of DeWitt, third in lane 5. Paige Hall of Ohio State University. JoJo Ramey was a 2:16.31 earlier today. Drops it down to 2:13.34. And that is a new meet record in the women's 200 backstroke out of the consolation final. JoJo Ramey, a new meet record. Now bringing out delayed bell action there. Now bringing out the championship final heat of women's 200 backstroke. Let's get excited. Come on, Emily, let's go. In lane 1 for Ohio State University, Morgan Krause. 2 for Dublin Community Swim Team, Elizabeth Grethler. Lane 3 for Indiana Swim Club, Elise Heiser. Lane 4 for Kentucky Aquatics, Victoria Berger. 5 for University of Louisville, Paige Hetrick. 6 for Kentucky Aquatics, Grace Freericks. Lane 7 for Edina Swim Club, Catherine McCarthy. And in lane 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush, the championship final heat of women's 200 backstroke. Victoria Berger, lane 4 for Kentucky Aquatics, set a new meet record this morning, 2:13.49, but just broken by JoJo Ramey in the consolation final heat. Victoria was 4th in the 100 backstroke. You got Paige Hetrick in this heat. She was 4th in the 200 free, and Elise Heiser, she was 5th in the 400 free here at the Indy Spring Cup. Paige Hetrick, University of Louisville, leading the way here. Olympic trial cut in the women's 200 backstroke, 2:13.59. The record split this morning, 105.49. She's way under that. I don't have the split for Ramey's swim. That's probably quicker than where JoJo was. The split time at the 150 this morning, 1:39.01. And we're way ahead of that. Paige Hetrick, 1:37.40. Victoria Berger, lane 4, fighting back. Coming up on Paige Hetrick. Just about under the flags. Hetrick with the edge going by me. Berger still moving towards the front. And Victoria Berger in a new meet record time, 2:12.41. And we got some new Olympic qualifiers in the women's 200 backstroke out of that event. The trial cut time, 2:13.59. Nice job, ladies. And my voice will be completely gone by the time we're done, but that's okay. Good stuff to announce about. Really great stuff. Congratulations, swimmers. Here's the bonus final in men's 200 backstroke. Lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Michael Gorey. 2 for Carmel, William Lathrop. 3 for Edina Swim Club, Mark Jacoby Crone. 4, swimming unattached, Kentucky, Stephen Bailey. 5 for Utica Shelby, Olin Sharnstrom. 6 for Lakeside, Sawyer Tapp. 7 for Indiana Swim Club, Alejandro Kincaid. And in lane 8 for Rochester Swim Club, Tucker Holmes. Olin Sharnstrom, Utica Shelby out front, lane 5. Sharnstrom at the 100 this morning, 104.03. Again, much quicker this evening as he turns on a 101.74 ahead of Stephen Bailey in lane 4. Sharnstrom split at the 150 this morning, 138.15. He turns in a 135.06 ahead of Bailey. Third, lane 6, Sawyer Tappa, Lakeside. Olin Sharnstrom, Utica Shelby in lane 5. Holding his lead, coming in there, big blast by Stephen Bailey in 4 at the last minute, but Sharnstrom touching first, 2:08.64. Here's the consolation final, men's 200 back. Lane 1 for Ohio State University, Christopher Paxton. 2 for Schrader YMCA, Samuel Lorenz. 3 for Ohio State, Owen Conley. 4 for Indiana Swim Club, David Kovacs. 5 for Boilermaker Aquatics, Andrew Kelly. 6 for Irish Aquatics, Connor Lathrop. 7 swimming unattached, Indiana, Luke Dibley. And in lane 8 for Indiana Swim Club, Logan Graham. David Kovacs, Indiana Swim Club out front. He was a 102.33 this morning, 101.70 this evening with Andrew Kelly, Boilermaker Aquatic next to him, lane 5, 102.14. David Kovacs at the 150, 133.98. Now in second, Owen Conley, Ohio State University in 3. David Kovacs brings it in. Your consolation final heat winner in a time of 207.03. Here now the championship final heat in men's 200 backstroke. Lineup beginning in lane 1 from Ohio State University, Samuel Campbell. Lane 2 for Carmel, Griffin Hadley. 3 for Indiana Swim Club, Brendan Burns. Lane 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Kai Van Westering. Lane 5 for Club Wolverine, Jack Wilkinen. 6 for Kentucky Aquatics, Jackson Missler. 7 for Lakeside, John Crush. And in lane 8 for West Michigan Swimmers, Owen Stevens. The championship final in men's 200 backstroke. Meet record set this morning by Wyatt Davis, a Club Wolverine. Wyatt scratched out of this evening's final, so your top seed in lane 4 now, Kai Van Westering. The meet record by Davis this morning, 201.27, the Olympic trial cut in the men's 200 backstroke, 201.69. Van Westering, he got 6th and 100 back earlier in the meet. Jack Wilkening in lane 5, he was 2nd in the 100 backstroke event. Brendan Burns from Indiana Swim Club, lane 3. He was 3rd in the 100 back, 5th in the 200 free. So you got some top performers here. A lot of finals experience. Jack Van Wilkening, Club Wolverine, turns in a 58.46. That's quicker than the record split of this morning. The record split from this morning, 58.95. Wilkening, 58.46. Brendan Burns, 2nd in lane 3. Record split at the 150 this morning was a 130.36. And Wilkening's going to turn in a 129.44 ahead of record pace. You got to get him home, though. Brendan Burns, Indiana Swim Club, charging in lane 3. Half a length to go. The trial cut time, 201.69. Meet record, 201.27. It's a 3-way tie as they're coming underneath the flags. Kai Van Westering into the lead in 4. He reaches, and Van Westering 2:00.53, a new meet record in the men's 200 backstroke. And a new Olympic trial qualifiers in the men's 200 back. Nice job, gentlemen. Swim fans, are you loving this or what? Oh, come on. Are you guys loving this or what? Swimmers. The women and the men swimming out of their minds here at the IU Natatorium. Fantastic. As now we bring out the top-seeded heat in women's 1500 freestyle. Lane 1 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Claire Parsons. 2 for Ohio State University, Sana Peterson. 3 for Kentucky Aquatics, Carolyn Benda. Lane 4 for University of Louisville, Paige Kawada. Lane 5 for Ohio State University, Gwyneth Woodbury. Lane 6 for Carmel Swim Club, Alexander Ward. Lane 7 for Ohio State University, Mia Lachey. And in lane 8 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Grace Parsons. The top seeded heat in the women's 1500 freestyle, ladies and gentlemen. Meet record in the women's 1500 freestyle, 16:39.94 by Maya Geringer of Ohio State University last May at the Indy Sprint Cup. Olympic qualifying time standard in the women's 1500 free is a 16:45.69. And Megan Drum from Kentucky Aquatics turned in the quickest time in earlier swims today. She was a 16:51.53. We'll keep an eye on that as the ladies in the water here work their way through this 1500 meter swim. Paige Kawada, University of Louisville, lane 4, turns at the 100, 103.70. Paige Kawada, your top seed in this heat. She was 7th in the 800 free on Wednesday evening. Gwyneth Woodbury, she was 4th in the 800 free. Gwyneth also 4th in the 400 free. And you got Carolyn Benda, Kentucky Aquatics in lane 3. She was 5th in the 400 IM. Carolyn Benda now out front. 210.87 at the 200 ahead of Paige Kawada at a 211.82. Carolyn Penda at the 300, 317.94. How about a little music here during the 1500 free? How about it? 400-meter turn here for Carolyn Penda, 425.06. Woodbury second in lane 5, 427.46. Close pursuit, Alexander Ward, third in lane 6. 500 turn for Carolyn Penda, 532.10. Woodbury, 534.92. 'Carolyn Penda, ahead of the quickest time turned in earlier today. She is your leader in the event. Just saying. .700 turn. Carolyn Penda, 746.61. Woodbury, 748.97. 800 turn for Benda, 853.73. Woodbury, 855.98. $900 turn, 1001.18 or 1001.19 rather. Closing the gap on Benda. Gwyneth Woodbury. Benda still out front. Look at that, less 50 split for Benda. 10.8, that's impressive. Just kidding. That's what the board said. Gwyneth Woodbury, closing ground on Carolyn Benda. Gwyneth Woodbury to the front. 12-16-22. Gwyneth Woodbury turns 322, 8-1, ahead of Carolyn Benda in lane 3. 1,300-meter turn for Woodbury, 14:29.84. Again, Olympic trial cut time, 16:45.69. $100 to go for Gwyneth Woodbury. Carolyn Benda, lane 3, on her way home now with 2 lengths left. Woodbury on her way home. Trial cut time, 16:45.69. Get your hands up in the air. Get Gwyneth home, lane 5. Get her in there. Gwyneth Woodbury, Ohio State University. She's going to do it. She's on the wall. An Olympic trial cut time, 16:41.76. Carolyn Benda, she too, quicker than the Olympic trial cut. Congratulations, Gwyneth. Final swimmers coming into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our 1,500 freestylers here. Come on. Bonus final now in women's 200 IM. Lane 1 for Indiana Swim Club, Avery Spade. 2 for Morrisville Area Swimming, Lila Theriak. 3 for Carmel, Alyssa Street. 4 for Fisher is Avery Stein. 5 for Southeastern, Audrey Crawford. 6 for Edina Swim Club, Catherine McCarthy. 7 for Carmel, Vivian Wilson. And 8 for Schrader YMCA, Elena Berlin. 100 turn coming up here for the bonus final. And Elena Berlin, Schrader YMCA, lane 8, turning in a 106.45. Head of Alyssa Street of Carmel. Lane 3, 106.51. Breaststroke to freestyle. Avery Stein for fast out front. She turns at the 150, 147.43, ahead of Vivian Wilson of Carmel in lane 7. Olympic trial cut time at a women's 200 IM, 2:16.09. Taking the bonus final heat, Avery Stein of fast, 2:21.17. Swimmers, don't forget, if you got an Olympic trial cut time here at the IU Natatorium during the Indy Spring Cup, make sure that you stop by the lower admin table, pick out one of your commemorative bag tags, particularly if you just got a cut this evening. They're over there. They'll be glad to help you out. Get your commemorative bag tag. You earned it here at the IU Natatorium. Changing out a touchpad at the far end. All right, here we go. Consolation final heat in women's 200 IM. Lane one. Lane one for Utica Shelby. Come on. Molly Warner. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics. Denise Phelan. I got to warm up all over again. Lane 3 for Lakeside Swim Team. Haley McDonald. 4 for Ohio State University. Paige Hall. 5 for Indiana Swim Club. McKenna Lusky. 6 for Ole Swimming. Jordan Ships. 7 for Aquajets. Grace Rabb. And an 8 for University of Louisville. Tristan Ullette. Haley McDonald out front, lane 3, 104.34. Head of McKenna Lesky, lane 5, 104.58. Haley McDonald, Lakeside Swim Team, comes in, wins the consolation final heat in a time of 2:15.14. 2:15.44 rather. And now bringing out the championship final heat of women's 200 IM. Line up here for the championship final, women's 200 IM. Lane 1 for the University of Louisville, Madison Hall. 2 for Ohio State University, Jessica Eden. 3 for Cardinal Aquatics, Kim Herkel. Lane 4 for Fox Valley, Leah Hayes. 5 for Carmel Swim Club, Molly Sweeney. 6 swimming unattached, Kentucky, Summer Cardwell. 7 for the University of Louisville, Ryan Ullette. And an 8 for Ohio State University, Josephine Panitz, the championship final of women's 200 IM. Leah Hayes set a new meet record with her preliminary swim this morning, 2:12.37. Leah placed second in the 200 breaststroke. She competed in 100 freestyle earlier this evening. Kim Herkel in lane 3. She was a 4th place finisher in the 200 breaststroke. Molly Sweeney Lane 5, she placed third in the 100 breaststroke and third in the 200 breast. Typically the breaststroke, the huge differentiator in the 200 IM. And you got Leah Hayes out front. Leah this morning on the way to her record-setting swim was a 1:02.92 at the 100. And Leah is going to be ahead of that, 1:02.03, ahead of record pace. Renee Hewlett, University of Louisville in 7. Second position, 1:02.83 at the 100. Leah Hayes out this morning, 1:40.99, and she turns 29.64. Leah already with her Olympic trial cut time in the women's 200 IM with her swim this morning, but other swimmers in this heat looking to get their cut, 2:16.09, the number they're looking for. Leah Hayes looking to break her record of this morning, 2:12.37, and Leah Hayes in a new meet record time in a women's 200 IM, a 2:10.46. Here's the bonus final, men's 200 IM. Lane 1 for Southeastern Swim Club, Jehun Jung. 2 for Club Wolverine, Tyler Ray. 3 for West Michigan Swimmers, Owen Stevens. 4 for Ole Swimming, Max Haney. 5 for Utica Shelby, Carson Ricker. 6 for Sioux Falls, Brock Russell. 7 for Edina Swim Club, Mark Jacoby Crone. And an 8 for Waukesha Express, Ryan Wayner. Tyler Ray out front, Club Wolverine as he turns 25.69. Wayner split at the 50, quicker than the record time from this morning. Tyler Ray, Club Wolverine, leading the charge at the 100. 59.11 ahead of Max Haney. Ole Swimming in lane 4, 1:00.75. Race tightens up on the breaststroke. And now out front, Ryan Wayner in lane 8 as he turns at the 150, 1:39.68. Jehun Jung from Southeastern Swim Club, second in lane 1. Max Haney, Ole Swimming on the charge in lane 4 and into the lead. Looks like Max Haney of Ole is going to take the bonus final heat, 2:10.21. Here's the consolation final in the men's 200 IM. Lane 1 for Ole Swimming, Ian Allen. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, Levi Sandage. 3 for Carmel, Greg Enoch. 4 for Ohio State University, Alex Metzler. 5 for University of Louisville, Thomas Breed. 6 for Indiana Swim Club, Andrew Reeder. 7 for Carmel, Gus Rothrock. And in lane 8 for Club Wolverine, Yugo Sukakawa. Thomas Breed out front, lane 5, 26.61 ahead of Alex Metzler. Greg Enoch, Carmel Swim Club, lane 3, looking strong on the backstroke. Greg Enoch out front at the end of the backstroke. Enoch turns in a 58.53 ahead of Alex Metzler. Lane 4, 58.87. Thomas Breed, University of Louisville in lane 5 on the breaststroke. Breed's killing it here at the 150. He turns in a 134.97 ahead of Metzler. Andrew Reeder, Indiana Swim Club, third in lane 6. Trial cut time, 2:03.49. Thomas Breed giving it everything he's got to get into the wall. Breed's going to touch at a time of 2:04.48. Now bringing out our final championship, final heat of the Indy Spring Cup. Championship final heat of men's 200 IM. Lane 1 for Club Wolverine, Ansel Frace. 2 for the University of Louisville, Jackson Millard. 3 for Carmel Swim Club, Sean Sullivan. Lane 4 for Ohio State University, Tristan Jankovics. Lane 5 for Club Wolverine, Jared Daigle. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. 7 for Club Wolverine, Thomas Cope. And in lane 8 for the University of Louisville, Luke Schertz. Championship final of men's 200 IM. Your top seed, Tristan Jankovics. He won the 400 IM the other night. You got Sean Sullivan in this heat, lane 3. He was 8th in 100 back. Sean Sullivan, Carmel Swim Club, leading the way here in the championship final. At the end of the backstroke, he turns into 57.17 ahead of Thomas Mercer, Lakeside, in lane 6. Final turns, and it's Thomas Cope out front. Club Wolverine, lane 7, 133.60. Sean Sullivan, Carmel Swim Club. Second in lane 3. Trial cut, 2:03.49 as they come into the wall. And the winner, Tristan Jankovic, in a time quicker than the Olympic trial cut time. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2023 Indy Spring Cup. How about a big round of applause for our swimmers? Come on, let's hear it. Thank you to our timers, all of our volunteers, the IU Natatorium staff. Chaz, Dave Merkley, Ed Merkling, our lifeguards, we appreciate it. Thanks to the volunteers and, of course, our USA swimming officials. Thanks, everybody, for coming to